Yo, what's going on? We're back. It's the Roundup, and this week it was all about the Street Fighter 6 beta. Which characters were running amok in the online tournaments we're going to find out today, and how did some of the biggest names from other fighting games fare as they battled it out in Street Fighter 6. Also this week we're heading to the Ivory Coast for the Tekken World Tour, and the NA versus Japan Smash rivalry continues, this time in Vancouver. We've got a ton of action to get through, so let's not delay and get straight into it right now. L.I. Joe was back with another online tournament in the Street Fighter 6 beta, and he capped out his 128 player bracket in just 22 minutes. Even more impressive than that was that he doubled the bracket size, and then that capped out in 45 minutes. 256 players entering the final beta bash for Street Fighter 6. We had a host of familiar names showing out across multiple titles, and the stars showed out, even legendary names from other games. In fact, one of the early shocks was Diaphone sending Punk to losers bracket with their Kimberly. In top 8 winners side, Chris T squeezed past Kaba, and Diaphone managed to get past Ice to meet in winners final. And it was another Game 5 thriller as Chris T managed to make it into Grand Finals on the side. In the losers side, LPN was doing work with his Ken, and he would face Kaba, who soundly beat Punk 3-0. It was Kaba who had all the momentum in losers side though, as he cruised past LPN and then did the same against Diaphone to book a spot in the Grand Finals. With only 2 special moves to master, the Guile players are looking real strong right now in Street Fighter 6. Of course, touted as one of the top characters in this current build. Kaba showed off all of the power with a 3-1 reset in Grand Finals. He managed to do it again and close out the Shin Grand Final set with another 3-1 win, the Beta Bash title, and that significant prize pot of over $3,000 would be going to the Dominican Republic. Saltmine ran across the EMEA region and saw over 240 entrants sign up, including most of the familiar names you'd expect from a Saltmine league like Ending Walker, Problem X, Hurricane, and many more. We were also joined by a number of players returning to Street Fighter like Mystic Smash and Zando, had done so much in Anime Fighters. But a lot of those names did not make it to top 8. And our winners final saw Rickerman's Barnet cruise through 3-1 against Emmy, who started off with a jury mirror and then made the switch to Luke. In losers semi-final, Valmaster was cruising and he eliminated Soundboy 3-1 with his impressive Kimberly. That run only got more impressive as Valmaster eliminated Emmy 3-0 in losers finals to earn his spot in Grand Finals. And no one could stop Valmaster in Saltmine this week as he reset in quick fashion 3-0 against Rickerman's Barnet. The graffiti was on the wall, and this corner-to-corner pressure from Kimberly proved too much as Valmaster got the final hit.
The pressure, man, is... Yeah, there's the overhead. It was just too much.
To seal a 3-0 win, that's 6 straight games in Grand Finals, a dominant victory.
Let me pitch.
Oh my god, that was godlike!
Tyrant's Online WarriorZ tournament hosted its 16th edition over the weekend, and this time, of course, it was its first Street Fighter 6 event. It maxed out at 128 players in the bracket, and the big draw for this was it was worldwide. It really was a celebration of how amazing the netcode in this game truly is at the moment, with 6 different flags spread amongst the top 8. Nassim Claw took a big win over top seed Punk early on with his Jamie in a big upset, but he was eventually put into losers by the DR's LVO Fox, whose Ken looked dangerous all tournament as he moved into winners final. Meanwhile, Brazil's Didimo Koff defeated Guile veteran I'm Still the Daddy in the other side of the bracket on winners side. In the losers bracket, ISDD took a clutch win over Punk in an intense set in losers semi-finals.
Yeah, get away from him.
Oh, he got it though! He put himself in burnout though! But it's enough, he's got the super! No, he hasn't!
No!
Oh.
But was eventually taken out of the tournament by Didimo Koff in losers final. His Kimberly focusing on insane rushdown. Despite fighting out of the losers bracket, it was a losing effort in grand finals as LVO-Fox was looking too strong with that Ken, a character many are now seeing as a potential top tier threat as we move towards Street Fighter 6's release in a couple of weeks.
Pace on offense here, looking really good and gets the paint.
TNS, of course, would host an SF6 open beta tournament with 226 entrants participating, and with 100% of the Maturino prize pool going to the Moffitt Cancer Research Center, the FGC came together to raise money for an outstanding cause. Chris T cruised through winner's side, taking down LVO-Fox in a Ken mirror match. He was fresh off his win in Tyrant's Online Warriors tournament, whilst Brian D was looking strong with Guile in the other side of winners, looping through the competition with his Guile. And the two would meet in winners finals. Chris T once again showed his dominance though, sending Brian D down to the losers bracket, which was looking absolutely stacked with hard hitters such as Knuckle Do and Jewel Kevin. Brian managed to climb his way out of the losers pit though and earn his run back, sending Jewel Kevin out of the tournament in losers final to earn the spot. Chris T was looking fierce in the grand finals though, getting an early 2-0 lead. And despite Brian showing excellent patience, which is always the trait of a solid Guile, Chris managed to close it out 3-1 to take a huge open beta win here.
Get it. One more hit to get the bar at the bottom for the CA. Walk up, throw. One more hit will do it. Impact with the clap back. It's not enough. He had no help to play with it. Chris T wins another beta tournament.
Congratulations to TNS on another successful tournament for a great cause. And of course, we are sending big love to Tong and his team. Meanwhile, in France, over 100 entrants signed up for Ken Bogard's crazy Kakuprout 4 event, which, unlike all of the others, was single elimination. It was first to 3 though, the whole bracket, with first to 5 in the semis and a first to 7 grand final, but still the competition was brutal. With a combination of returning Street Fighter faces and new players from other fighting games, they all gathered to compete for the glory, and the likes of Valmaster, Gagapar and Orochi were present alongside some more contemporary names. It was Killzyu who showed out and managed to climb to the top of the pile in a absolute sharp pit of competition. He absolutely obliterated everybody he faced, including this 5-0 win against Lionheart in winners semis, and he earned his spot in grand finals to face Akainu's Guile, who managed to overcome Senor Power's Ryu, which was looking very strong. In the end, Killzyu Jury proved way too strong, and he closed out a 7-3 victory in the grand finals to take the win.
On y croit! Ah, il a touché le coin! Ah, c'est terminé! C'est terminé!
Showcasing even more character variety across this beta. The Ivory Coast FGC continues to grow in stature as they hosted yet another fantastic event this past week with Paradise Game Battle. They had Street Fighter 5 and Tekken on offer. In Street Fighter V, Lord Knock and Lucifer were able to stop Nigerian Chooks from making it to Grand Final, so an Ivorian champ was guaranteed. Lord Knock reset the bracket 3-0 and it was looking bad for Lucifer, but he turned the tide with a switch to Rashid and answered back with a 3-0 of his own to claim the Street Fighter V title. The TWT Challenger event saw over 100 players competing, and with 7 of the top 8 being Ivorian players. When Skywalker cruised past Italian Daniel Maddo in winners finals, it was looking good for a local double. Sadly for local pride, Daniel Maddo was able to earn his place back in grand finals and proceeded to reset the bracket. He went on to take the win with an incredible 6-game streak in grand finals. And whilst that winner's flag might have looked similar, unfortunately those TWT Challenger points will be going to Italy. Another incredible event that showed off such a passionate community. There is so much room for growth in the African FGC with so many great communities across the continent. And you know we will continue to spotlight that here at Reversal. Smash competition rolled on this week in Canada as Battle of BC 5 saw over 1,000 enthusiasts descend on Vancouver for this Canadian major. In Melee, Cody Schwab, formerly known as IBDW, managed to take the win with Fox out of loser's side over 400 competitors.
Get the up air.
And up tilt is enough!
He was sent to losers by Zayn in winner's semi-final in a tense 3-2 loss, and he managed to come back by beating S2J and J Mook and take his revenge on Zayn in another 5-game thriller to earn his spot to face Amsa in grand finals. He managed to reset the bracket 3-1 and then went even further with a 3-0 sweep to take the Melee title. Special mentions go out to Triff, the Spanish Peach player who made an incredible losers run, losing early in top 48 to Joshman, but then went on a tear and managed to make it into top 8, still beating players like Zupi, Axe and Sunsei. In Ultima, over 650 players signed up, and it was no surprise to see the Japanese invasion dominating top 8 with 5 places going to the Japanese professionals. But in the end, Spargo was able to fight off the invaders and hold the line for North America. That's his 4th big tournament win in a row. Spargo looked incredibly dominant, including his victories against A Cola, where he won 3-1 in winners finals, and then an emphatic 3-0 victory to take the title in grand finals once again. Special mentions though go to Yoshidora, the first tournament outside of Japan, and he placed 7th, beating players like Chag, Base Mage, DeBuzz and Armadillo. And they rounded things off with a crew battle as North America faced off against the world in a 10 versus 10 on Ultimate. In the end, it finished in North America's favour with only 1 stock difference. Mia took 5, giving the edge to the world, but Meister took 6 right back, and in the end Mr. R was alone to face the 4 last stocks, but it was just enough.
Oh my God. Oh, that's it.
The state of international competition for Smash is incredible right now, and the North American and Japanese rivalry will definitely continue. Alright, that's all we got time for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you're subscribed. Please hit that bell and you can get notified when our latest content drops. Of course, make sure you're following us on Twitch as well when we go live for all of our live event broadcasts. That's at ReversalGG. And if you're on social media, hit us up on Twitter. That's at Reversal_GG. Let us know what events you've got coming up as well. Please tag us, hit us up with the bracket, with the streams, with the VODs. Let us know in advance what events you've got coming up so we can include them in this roundup show. I'll see you same time next week for more great action here on Reversal. Take care.